Wrestle Dream, what did you think of it? Was it as horrible as people online are telling you it is, or is it as great as people online are telling you it is?
I thought it was a good show. I didn't think it was that bad, honestly. I mean, we talked about the matches, and I still think they threw a bunch of them together. There was really no build up to a lot of them, but for being what it was, good show. I mean, is it in the top 10 of shows? No, no. But it is a good show. It was definitely a good show. I mean, AEW doesn't normally disappoint when it comes to the product of wrestling. When they wrestle, they have great wrestlers and they show it. They put on a great show normally every pay per view. So no, I didn't think it was a bad show. I thought it was a very good show. It wasn't the best show they've ever had, but it was a good show.
Yeah, I think you had said off camera like a sentiment that I truly believe, and I said it was like this show was exactly what it needed to be,
Yep, exactly what it needed to be. Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
and I agree with you. Like I think that you know not like, and it was this weird thing, and I'll get into this more when we talk about the Brian stuff later, but it the vibe of this pay per view is different than any other AEW pay per view or event I've attended, and it was like like I've attended quite a bit, admittedly.
Yeah.
Like this was so different afterwards, especially like you know afterwards. There's usually like people are having fun. They're like chanting something big may have happened, a return, a debut, a title change, whatever. They usually leave you satisfied. This obviously
Right.
did not, and I think like the vibe in that arena was so different. And professional wrestling, right? The best thing about pro wrestling is like there's never just one perfect answer to an event or a story or whatever. There's multiple. And I think as long as it makes you feel something, right? And it's not like a feeling of like I'm either bored or just like confused watching this. If it
Mhm.
engages you and it makes you feel, that is the sign of a good wrestling show.
Absolutely.
I thought Wrestle Dream was a really, really good wrestling show that preceded three or four insanely great wrestling, five great wrestling shows. Because you had Revolution at the beginning of the year,
Yep.
which in my personal opinion, Sting's last match, the greatest thing that Tony Khan will ever produce. Like just
Yep. Absolutely. He will try to do better, and he will get close. He won't do anything better than
until he gets to Brian's last match, and then
that.
you want to talk about waterworks. You want to talk about real waterworks. When he wrestles his actual last match,
Yep.
I'm going to jump the guardrail. All right, leap into Brian's arms just so he can hit me and tackle me with a labella lock. Oh man, it is gonna be. I will be immortalized forever
Yes, with a broken everything.
with a broken everything banned from every wrestling show ever. No, will not be doing that. But again, I thought Wrestle Dream was a good show. I think the one big thing that everyone's pointing out about the show outside of the main event, Private Party Trevor did not win the tag titles. This was something that you
Yeah.
and I had talked about. There seemed to be a lot of
Mhm.
momentum behind this. Yet for whatever reason, they were sticking with the Young Bucks. Talk to me about it.
I don't know what the ideology behind that was. If it's like they don't know if Private Party can do it yet, or they don't have faith in them yet. It's one of those things. It's kind of like when Braun Breaker first competed for the Intercontinental title, and he had all the momentum. Everyone thought, we all thought he was going to win that match at that pay per view. All the momentum, everything, and at the last minute, Sammy kept it.
Mm.
I'm wondering if it's something similar to that. If they're gonna drop it to him later on down the line, and if they pulled the trigger like last minute type thing, like no, maybe they shouldn't win it right now type thing. So I don't know exactly. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I'm not. No sources have told me that I'm right about it. But I'm wondering if that's kind of the issue.
See, I would agree that, maybe they're holding off on it,
Right.
but I don't think, or I don't know if there's a story there that's left.
Yeah, exactly.
I, yeah.
Because that's how I felt about Braun. I felt like taking like him winning it the way he won it was taking something away from it. And now, like they did the same thing with Private Party. I feel like the well is probably dried up. You know what I
And
mean?
yo, that insane promo, that hype promo by Amazing Red, which, look, Tacoma, Washington, let me talk to you real quick. Y'all need to be educated about pro wrestling because I should not have
Absolutely.
been the only person in my section marking the fuck out about Private Party. I was also marking out about Private Party, but Amazing Red. This man has inspired an entire generation of high flyers,
I haven't seen
revolutionized.
Amazing Red in so long. Oh, Amazing Red was so good,
Yo, it's to the
so
point where
good.
like I didn't call it Canadian Destroyer Canadian Destroyer. I call it Code Red. Like that's
I
my
mean,
guy. Shout out to
that's what it
Amazing
is.
Red.
I mean, I grew up calling it the Code Red.
Code
I mean,
Red, Code
I
Red,
mean, of
Code
course,
Red.
Petey Williams did it. It was the Canadian Destroyer, but no, I called it a bit Code Red. That's what I knew it is. But
Yeah,
no, but yeah, seeing Amazing Red was awesome
yeah.
though.
But if there's no story there to be told, because like I think the end game for the Bucks is probably Kenny and Kota Ibushi. I think that's the end game, and that's fine. But then why did we go
Yeah,
to all this trouble trying to make it look like you were gonna do something with Private Party? Like my thing is, look, not every character in a story is meant to have a happy ending. I totally understand and sympathize with that idea, but at the same time, Trev, like we gotta do something. You built all of this up, and like you had a chance here to like establish people as mainstays, right? Like
right.
winning a championship is how you help establish young stars. And these guys are no spring chickens, Trevor. The big hype around them, the biggest moment prior to this was them beating the Young Bucks in the tag title tournament in the first couple of weeks of AEW Dynamite. That was
Yeah,
5 years
absolutely.
ago, Trevor.
Yeah,
5 years they've been floundering.
they've they were on this high the stairs ladder going straight up, and then they just hit the top and just kept plummeting down. They haven't done anything since then. Like, I mean, they broke them up for a minute, then they made them a joke. Like
Oh my
they
God, is that Private Party?
that very
Ah. Like that was Isaiah Cassidy's catchphrase. I don't know what to tell you.
unfortunate it was.
Shout out to him.
But no, like I mean, they're a good team. They really are, and it's a shame that they're not doing more with them. Like they did. I mean, they did so much with the Acclaim, and the Acclaim had less to work with. I thought,
Yeah.
but I mean, I mean, come on, like why not do the same with them? Like you took the Acclaim and ran with it. You took the Acclaim and pushed them to the moon.
Mm.
Why not do the same thing with Private Party? I mean, who else you gonna deal with? You're not gonna do it with
The Outrunners, baby. Give me the Outrunners for tag champs.
Alvarez. That'd be hilarious.